Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for the fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair. All topics are for entertainment purposes only. None of the information presented in this video or by VGirlTV should be taken as fact. Every situation is based on personal experience. The Image Boutique is located in the Centro Comercial de los Pueblos Mall, located in Panama City, just 15 minutes away from Tocumen Airport. We specialize in hair care, wig extensions, and much more. Come visit us. Hello, everyone. For those of you who are on Instagram, make your way down to YouTube. If you are on YouTube, what is up? I know people are still trickling down because it is 10:58, 11 o'clock here. It's 12 o'clock. So all my people that are getting ready to go on lunch in the States, welcome to our lives. And for those of you who are going to be watching afterwards, welcome. I am glad to be here, All right, so I haven't really done any vlogs because my daughter broke my vlogging camera. So it's actually being repaired, which kind of sucks because I have to walk around with this bulky camera that I have right here, which I usually don't like doing. But in certain occasions, it requires me to do so. As y'all know, it is hot in this place. I don't have a fan in this room. So I have my mini fan that you guys, my trusty mini fan. And I'm telling you guys, it's awesome for those of you who want to purchase something like this, especially for our brunches, okay? Our brunches, this is Panama. It is hot. It is humid sometimes. And luckily, okay, well, you guys don't know. If you are hot and there's a whole lot of people, this fan is perfect for outdoor parties and it's perfect for my brunches because it's always filled with people. And so I leave you the link. It's from Amazon, and I left you the Amazon link right here. Oh, no, I didn't actually. This is the Amazon link. So if you are interested in purchasing it, the fan, you can purchase it through using that link. And when you purchase it through my link, I do get a small commission. So anyway, moving forward, y'all, okay, because there's so much to discuss on this fine Monday. First of all, happy Monday. It's the beginning of the week. I hope everyone's weekend was fine. You guys had an amazing weekend. Where should I start? So first of all, we had a situation where we were in the midst of finding a new location for Rum and Brunch. As you guys know, that Rum and Brunch, we started at the Reggae Museum, and since then, we had to move. Nothing wrong. I still love Raul. We still have a really great relationship. It's just that for what I am trying to do as far as Rum and Brunch is concerned, we had to move it to another location because of you guys. So I sent out a survey. So I usually always do this. Every time I do a Rum and Brunch, after the Rum and Brunch is over, I send a location. I send what is the word I want to say? I send a feedback form for you guys to fill out. So the people who really would get the feedback form are people who purchased the tickets online and left their email addresses because it's always sent via email. So yeah. So you guys will get a feedback form. You guys will leave your feedback, and a lot of people, okay, many people were leaving feedback saying that the location needed a fan. that the location needed a fan. It was too hot, et cetera, et cetera. And it wasn't the first time, it wasn't the second, it wasn't the third, and you guys mattered to me. So I went to scout a location that had a fan, industrial fans, because I do want to keep it an outdoor event. And also that when it rains, you guys don't have to run downstairs because of the rain. So I did find a location, and we are now moving to Rum and Brunch to Sama Sky Lounge, which is in the very beginning of Costco. So it's not, you know, guys don't have to go too far deep into Costco Viejo. As soon as you guys make that turn, if you don't know, or you do know, as soon as you guys make the turn into Costco, it is right there. Valet parking, amazing bartenders. The staff is amazing. So it's all about improving, right? So I want to, with Rum and Brunch, the purpose of all of this, and for every time we do a brunch, it is to get better. And the only way for me to get better and for me to improve the experience is because I need to hear you guys' feedback. So Rum and Brunch will now be held at Sama Sky Lounge. Oh, Facebook user said that's a good spot. I actually go there sometimes. Amazing. So if you are familiar with it. Now, as far as the food is concerned, because I know a lot of people go there for the brunch, go to our brunches for the food, we were able to still be able to use our chef, keeping it 100% authentic Caribbean food, Caribbean flavors. So we're still gonna have the same chef and the same menu. So if you guys seen my last video, I think it was like my last video, where I interviewed a few of the Patreons that attended the Rum and Brunch, and they gave their honest feedback about the food. They were 100% on board with the food, and that was something that was super important to me, is to be able to keep the authenticity of the food and the flavors of the food, because there's a lot of places that say they do Caribbean food, or they do Afro-Caribbean food, or they do Jamaican food, or whatever the case may be, and it's not the same. So I wanted to make sure that our Rum and Brunches kept the same authenticity of a Caribbean culture. For those of you who do not know, there are Afro-Caribbean people that reside in Panama currently and are descendants of Afro-Caribbean people. I am one of those people. My mom is from Panama. My grandparents were because they're dead, from Panama, but my great grandparents migrated to Panama from the island of Jamaica to help build the canal. So all of that is in me. Okay, Panamanian culture is in me. Jamaican culture is in me. Plus, me living many years in Brooklyn, New York, and being exposed to so many other Caribbean people, which I think was the best with me growing up in New York. I was exposed to so many other Caribbean cultures, because you know, Brooklyn, New York it's a melting pot. Okay, it's a melting pot of different cultures. So you have Trini people, you have Jamaican people, you have Guyanese people, you have people from St. Lucia, Barbados, you name it. Every island is in Brooklyn, especially if you're from Flatbush. So if you're from Flatbush, you already know every island is literally in Brooklyn, New York. And I was able to be exposed to that. And then there are people that are from these islands that live in Panama too. There's people from Trinidad here. There are people from Guyana. There are people from Suriname. There are people from Barbados, Guadeloupe. There are literally a whole bunch of Curacao as well. There are people from all these different Caribbean islands that don't or cannot find a place where they can either relate to or be a part of, because there's no place like that here in Panama. And what I really wanted to do was create a atmosphere. And thank you to, I said this in my last live too, these individuals really were the ones that pushed me to do this. So it was my best friend, who is Reggae Music Forever, Judith Edwards, who is a Jamaican counselor in here in Panama, and Anthony Malvo's wife, Michelle Malvo. Those three individuals were really the ones that pushed me to even do this. And my mom also, because my mom is 100% on board and super supportive of everything that I do, especially when it comes to creating certain things here in Panama. My mother's Panamanian, obviously, and this is our culture, right? So my mom is super supportive of that, of me in that way as well. So one of the things what I want to do with Rum and Brunch is create that atmosphere, not only for local people, but also for tourists, right? There are tourists. I have friends that have visited Panama and they're like, oh my God, what is there to do? I have met with other local tour guides also who have also expressed the same sentiments as well, where they are touring people and the people are asking them like, oh my God, what is there to do? What is there to do? So with Rum and Brunch, I am hoping to create that experience for local people as well as tourists, okay, to experience that, okay, and to experience being able to affiliate themselves or mix and mingle with other people from other cultures as well. A lot of times when you live in Panama, people, it's really hard to meet other people from different cultures because usually, for example, there's a large expat community here in Panama. The expats usually stick to themselves. You know, the local Panamanians usually stick to themselves. You have the Jamaican community that usually sticks to themselves. You have certain people from other Caribbean islands that usually stick to themselves. And what I want to do is create an environment where these two worlds will collide into each other and there is really no division. That's the whole purpose of me doing these events. Yeah, that's the whole purpose of me doing these events and trying to create this I don't want to say vibe because no, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. So anyway, what I have done thus far, okay, I'm going to show you. We have a few things that's coming up. Let me share my screen with you guys so that you can follow along with me as I do this. Yeah, I got out of that expat bubble. That expat bubble is something else, child. I have a story for you guys, but I'm going to bring it to you at the end, okay? All right, so let me just show you guys something because I know a lot of you been asking me, you know, are you guys, people have been messaging me privately and saying to me like, hey, what events are coming up? Are you going to have events such and such dates? Are you going to have events such and such dates, right? And so it's hard for me really to explain to every single person one by one individually while trying to create these events. Like I literally on Saturday, I spent the whole day, literally Friday and Saturday, scouting locations. Okay. And so not all the time I'm able to respond to emails. I'm actually working with someone today. Okay. I'm actually working with someone to help me with the administrative part of my VGirlTV and behind the scenes stuff. So hopefully things will be a little bit easier. But for right now, I am a one-man show until I lay out certain things, you know, and get my team together, which I'm still working on, but it's slow progress, but we're getting there. All right. So when you go to my my page, which also is connected to rumandbrunch.com. So if you go to rumandbrunch.com, rumandbrunch.com will actually take you to this page. When you click here where it says events, okay, and you scroll, so there's a calendar, right? And in the calendar, as you can see, it says +1 plus 1 plus. Those are actually dates that we actually have events scheduled for. So as you can see on the 17th, we have karaoke and chill, which is from 5 to 10, which is it's karaoke 100% English. And it's really and I'm gonna have a DJ, and we have that day we have a special menu, and it's really just it's just really an opportunity for everyone to just mix and mingle with other people and not just the regular people that you're always around. So oh wait, what's happening? Hold on, sorry. Hold on. Hold on. Let me. Okay, here we go. All right, so another way to just get a full visual of everything that's happening, when it's happening, if you guys scroll down a little bit more, these are literally all the events that we have scheduled thus far, okay? So we have karaoke and chill, which is the 17th. You know, we have our rum and brunch, which is every first Sundays. Okay. And then for January, guys, this is the most important thing. January, for a lot of people in the States, is Martin Luther King weekend. And Martin Luther King weekend is a long weekend. So for those of you who are willing or wanting to escape the cold, come down to Rum and Brunch weekend. Rum and Brunch weekend is going to be 4 days, 5 nights of nonstop events, and a way for you to get to know Panama and for you to experience Panama through my eyes, right? So the first night of rum and brunch weekend will be the Welcome to Panama karaoke mixer. And so the mixer is basically where we're welcoming you to Panama. You will get your wristbands, your tickets, everything that you need for the event, and for also to meet other people that are attending the event too. So if you happen to come to the event by yourself, this is your perfect opportunity to meet someone else that is there. Maybe you can vibe out with that person for the whole weekend, right? So that is going to be the first event, which is January 11th, is Welcome to Panama karaoke mixer. Okay. And then after that, which is the following day, because, you know, we're going to be there like literally all night to probably like 12 midnight because people are going to be coming in that day, drop their stuff at their hotel room and come meet us down at the mixer, right? And then the next day is a tour, right? So you're going to be able to pick the tour that you want to do. So far, we only have the City Canal tour, but there'll be 3 other tours. I'm just waiting for the tour guys to send me over the information so that you guys can pick the tour that you want to tour. So we have the City Canal tour, which is a tour of Panama City, old Panama City, and the canal also. And then we're going to also have another tour, which is the ghetto tour, which you guys can tour the ghetto, okay? Because I know a lot of people, especially if you're from Brooklyn, you want to see where the regular people live. Not saying that everyone is ghetto, because that's not true. But a lot of people are intrigued about the hood. I don't want to say ghetto. Let's say the hood, right? So we're going to have the hood tour, the ghetto, it's called the ghetto tour, but it's basically touring the hood of Panama. And you get to see where these people live, how they live, what they eat, et cetera, et cetera. And then that night, okay, after the tour, because the tour is in the morning, you go home, change, refresh yourself. We are going to get ready for the reggae retro time capsule to Panama party, okay? This party is reggae retro, old school reggae music, all the jams that we used to listen to. I mean, I was born in the 80s, but you know, if you listen to music in the 80s, a lot of those songs still are classics to this day, like Sanchez, Ferris Hammond, all those good tunes. So yeah, so that's gonna be that event. That's gonna be that Friday evening after the tour. Okay, Friday night. The following day is the Catamaran and Beach Day Tour. Mind you, all these tickets are already on sale, and I'm going to be very honest with you. People already have started purchasing tickets for these events, okay? So it's the Catamaran Beach and Day Tour. The Catamaran Beach and Day Tour is a day party. It will take place on a catamaran. It will have, obviously, you're going to wear beach attire, amazing music. Food will also be on the boat, on the catamaran, and drinks. And then that evening we have an all white glow party. So you want to wear all white, okay? Because we're gonna have those neon lights, okay? So your clothes it's gonna be a whole entire vibe. And then the next day, which is Sunday, is the grand finale, which is the Rum and Brunch Deluxe Edition, okay? When I say Rum and Brunch Deluxe Edition, just know that it is going to be a good vibe, amazing time, like every other Rum and Brunch. But this time we're adding live performances by an international and national DJ artist. I'm sorry, can't tell you who the artist is as of yet, but trust and believe this is something that you do not want to miss. So the Rum and Brunch Deluxe Edition is something that you guys do not want to miss. I will be adding, well, not me, the person who I have as assisting me, will be adding more events to the calendar because we're also doing Rum and Brunch Bocas edition. We're also doing Rum and Brunch the New York edition. So we have a few things that's coming up. So for those of you who are not able to make it to Panama and you still want to experience that, trust and believe that that is also something that is in the works and is something that is happening. So There you have it. Okay. I feel like I was talking a lot, but I had to get that out. I had to get it out. Okay. All right. Now, this is an interesting comment I got out of that expat bubble. So for me personally, I never really hung out with expats at all. I met a few expats throughout my time, and when you say expats, they are people. It's like immigrants, basically, in the country, right? During my time here, I've met a lot of expats, and not a lot, a few, right? And a lot of them didn't make it. A lot of them left for various reasons. But me personally, I find that with a lot of expats, they really just stick to themselves, and I think it's more of an issue of comfortability. I spoken to someone and I brought up the same topic, like you guys only literally hang out with yourselves, and she mentioned that the reason why is because the language barrier and I guess you just feel comfortable with whoever you with, pretty much, right? Do I agree with it? No. Do I understand it completely? I do understand it, but again, my experience from an expat is completely different from another expat's experience because I am actually Panamanian. My family's Panamanian. My cousins, my whole family is from here. Versus someone who doesn't know anyone at all. I guess they do. They will find people who are they're more comfortable with. I guess. But I want to give you guys this interesting story that happened to me. You guys know I'm super transparent. So, and this is why I kind of stay away from that community a little bit. No shade, okay? But some people that come from the States sometimes can be really weird at times. Let me see. I'm in Texas. What do you need help with? Graphic and web design experience? Not really, because the graphic and web design experience, I kind of have that. But it's more so just boots on the ground things. So that's really it. All right, so let me give you guys this. Okay, how you gonna say bring us the tea? Bring the tea. Yeah, it's mixing. I was trying to develop a relationship with this young lady, and I thought she was cool, which brings me to why I kind of just stick to myself. And this young lady kind of had similar ideas, not kind of, she did have similar ideas to the ideas that I have, and continue to have, and ideas that people were helping me with months ago. And so not every time or every time you do things or have something planned, you're going to say it, right? And I'm just that type of person. If I don't have anything in concrete written in stone, I am not going to divulge information to anyone. So I had my rum and brunch. She was super supportive of my rum and brunch. And then it came the situation where I was looking to change locations. So this young lady had an event at a location, and I thought the location was gorgeous. She stated that she was going to do a brunch for her birthday, which I thought was cool, the same day as my next brunch, which I didn't care about. So basically, my brunch was scheduled on, what day was it? My brunch is scheduled on the first Sundays. Okay, let's just say that. And so she decided that she wanted to have a brunch the same day as my brunch for her birthday, which was sometime like in the upcoming days, which was cool with me. And I didn't really mind because this is Panama. This is a huge place for me. I wasn't thinking anything of it. And I explained to her that I wouldn't be able to make her brunch. No, she told me that she wouldn't be able to make my brunch because she's also having a brunch for her birthday. Understood. It's your birthday. So after that, she decided that she was not going to do the brunch any longer because someone that we had in common was going to my brunch, and that person also wanted to go to her brunch as well. So she decided to change the date of her brunch. Then she decided that she was not going to do the brunch anymore because her reasons why she decided that she didn't want to do the brunch anymore. So now in my midst of me trying to find a place, I decided to use the place where she had events prior to. And so I got excited about it and I thought we were cool. And I'm like, hey, um, I'm going to use the spot that you had your event in to move my brunch, because she knew how desperate I was to find another place, because I'm a perfectionist, y'all. And so she got really upset because I decided to use the place where she was going to use, or she used in the past. She got extremely upset. And I was like, okay, well, it's not that big of a deal. I'll just find another place. Not that big of a deal. This young lady decides that she was going to tell people that I am copying her. Okay, I'm copying her ideas. I'm copying her whatever. And it was really, I started to cry. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I really started to cry because I was like, damn, like, why the hell would you say something like that? And if it was an issue, you could come and talk to me. With my friends, I don't have the friends that I've had for the longest time. When we have issues amongst each other, we speak about our issues. Okay, we don't bash each other behind each other's backs. We are all grown women and men, and we, converse things out. So this young lady was sending screenshots of my picture of one of my vlogs that I did 2 months ago, back in May, and saying that I was copying her because of the title of the vlog, which was done 2 months ago. The delusion of it all, to me, is what makes me keep away from people and expats. I was really just trying. I really, really, really was contemplating even talking about it. But everybody's always asking me why I don't I don't go to expat events, and why I don't do this and why I don't do that. And I'm explaining, this is a prime example as to why I don't. Everybody is not the same, yes, but one of the things that I experience a lot with people, especially people that come from the States, is the sense of entitlement. They can be very entitled, they can be very self-centered, they can be very much thinking that everything is about them, and it really is not. Okay? The fact that this individual took something so innocently and turned it into this whole big debacle, which I did not see it as a big freaking deal. Okay. It just made me say, you know what? I don't even want to deal with this person. I don't even want to deal with this. And I just close it out and just continue focus on what I want to focus on. And I say this to say, a lot of the times when you are on, my passion is, let me explain something to people, and I need everyone to understand this. What I do on YouTube is not my main source of income, and I barely make any money off of YouTube. And with my rum and brunches, I don't make any money for myself at all. Everything that I do from my brunches and every money that I make is to help other people. So my DJs are paid, my sound guy is paid, my chef is paid. These are all opportunities that I am creating for other people. Okay. And I need everybody to understand that. While sometimes a woman can be so nasty against each other, very much so, that's a comment. I don't make any money off of my brunches, my events, nothing. I make zero. Okay. I dedicate all my time and all my effort so that other people can benefit. I have a business, I own a store. At the end of the day, God will always provide for me and my children. But the joy that I get out of creating opportunities for other people and bringing businesses to other people, God will continue to bless me. And let me tell you, I'm about to tell you how God works. And now I'm not even a super church person. I don't go to church. But I do believe in God, and I do believe in the Holy Spirit, and I do believe that there is a higher being, okay? Regardless of what people want to put out there, I do believe in that, okay? When you do things from the goodness of your heart, I'm getting goosebumps even thinking about it right now. When you do things out of the goodness of your heart and God sees your heart, he continues to open doors for you, okay? When I was after this situation with this girl happened, I felt so bad about the situation that I decided that I was going to move my event, my brunch totally. And it even worked out anyway because the venue that I was going to use, they weren't able to compensate or not compensate. They weren't able to, I wasn't able to do my brunches there for whatever reason, which was a blessing in disguise, right? So at first I was like depressed because I'm like, damn, am I gonna have to cancel my brunches? You know how much people are depending on me? Like, people were depending on me for these brunches because, like I said, I give opportunities to other people. These are other ways for other people to eat. Okay. And so I'm like, damn. I even spoke to some of my family members and they was like, damn, girl, you might just have to cancel this. You might have to cancel this. But I stayed steadfast, right? And again, when you do things from the goodness of your heart and you continuously helping people, not because you want something from it, God will continuously bless you. Even when people try to put dirt on your name, and even when people try to come for you, even when people try to turn people against you, God will continuously open up doors. And I want to use this as my personal testimony for somebody else. You know, I'm not trying to go to church, but I want to use this as my personal testimony for somebody else that may be going through things. Always do things with a good heart, even when people do you dirty, even when people try to be grimy, even when people try to make themselves the victims, even when people let greed get in the way. Always do things with a good heart, because guess what? It may not pay off for you at this moment in time, but in the future it will definitely pay off for you, and I'm telling you this. So anyway, I was trying to, whatever happened with the other event, this young lady, I am doing karaoke, which my karaoke was inspired because I went to St. Martin. And when I went to St. Martin, we did karaoke and it was super fun. And I was able to mix and mingle with people who I would have never in a million years would have ever spoke to passing in the street through karaoke. And I said to myself, why don't we create something like that in Panama, a mixer where people who love music and just want to have a good time can vibe out to? And that is why I decided to do karaoke and chill. Okay. Karaoke and chill was inspired by my time in St. Martin and me meeting people, okay, that I would have never met in my entire life. Not me trying to copy anyone else's idea. And I'm even upset that I even have to bring this up or even to mention it, but I have to. Okay. So anyway, that is why karaoke and chill was inspired. So if you guys want to come to karaoke and chill and you want to mix and mingle with other people coming down, it is $5 entry, and that's that. Okay. It's going to be an amazing vibe. It's going to be an amazing vibe. So anyway, in the course of me trying to find another location for rum and brunch, I had my certain family members telling me that I would have to cancel. And I didn't tell anybody what was going on at all. I didn't tell anybody that I was inside about to cry because I did not have a location for my brunch. I did not tell anybody anything. Okay. They were like, well, why don't you go back to the other place? I'm like, I'm not going back to the other place. Again, there are certain things in life when God closes the door, the door is closed for a reason, and it's not for you to step back through that door. Period. Okay? So wow, okay. Sorry guys. So I was looking for a location, and so 2 days or 3 days prior to this whole situation happening with the event, this guy had messaged me on Instagram and was like, hey, I really love what you're doing. I really love the vibe that you're creating here, because I am a tour guide, and me being a tour guide, people are always asking me like, what is it? Tell me more about rum and brunch. and I explained that rum and brunch was it's a way to for other people to experience the Afro-Caribbean culture in Panama and not just having to go to Bocas del Toro. Because if you ever been to Bocas, Bocas is 100% uh, Caribbean. Okay, 100% Caribbean, and a lot of people when they want to experience that, they have to travel to Bocas. And although Bocas is a beautiful, 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 beautiful place, not everybody, not every time I want to go experience, a vibe, I want to take a plane or take a 11-hour bus ride to Bocas del Toro to experience that, right? So I wanted to create that here. People visit here. Why do people have to go travel someplace else to experience that? There are people from Bocas del Toro here also that's living. So I explained my whole concept of rum and brunch, what I'm trying to do, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he was super helpful and he was so nice. And I'm like, hey, and this is such a full circle moment because that guy, I met him during the pandemic. And so I said to him, I was like, hey, don't you remember me? I met you during the pandemic. And he was like, no, I don't remember you. I don't remember you. I'm like, okay. So anyway, I gave him my phone number and he had my phone number already saved. He has my phone number already saved. And he was like, oh my God, I have your number already saved. It says Vanessa Metro Mall. I said, remember, I told you I met with you before during the pandemic. He was selling masks during that time. And the masks was being donated to, I forgot which cause they were being donated to during the pandemic. And I bought a couple of masks, and the girls that were working for me bought a couple of masks, and I sent out information on the mask to people on the outside and people who were asking me where I got the mask from. And so he was like, oh my God, yeah, I remember you. And that's crazy because I'd be like, yo, God really be putting people in your life for a reason, okay? You may not know what the reason is at that moment, but the way God is, God will have you. Let me tell you something. If you want to see God laugh, make plans in his face. Anyway, so he's like, oh, yes, I remember. I'm like, okay, cool. So the day came, and then, so now fast forward now. So now the day came, the guy called me. He told me whatever he called me. Now I'm looking for a location. And he messages me. And we're talking, and I'm telling him, I'm looking for a new location for my rum and brunch, la 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 la. He was like, if you want, meet me at this time tomorrow. And I'm like, not tomorrow, like Friday. He told me, meet me at this time on Friday. And I was like, okay, cool, no problem. So I text him the night before, and I'm like, hey, I'm just calling to confirm that we're meeting up tomorrow. And he was like, yeah, we're gonna meet up tomorrow. The next day comes, this Friday, he calls me and he's like, I'm so sorry. I have to cancel our meeting today because I have a family emergency. Immediately, I just inside, like I felt everything just crumbling inside of me. But I could not let nobody see me fold. Couldn't let nobody see me fold. I couldn't fold. I was just like, damn. So he cancels the meeting or whatever. And I already had told my babysitter to come in early because I was going to meet him early that day. And the babysitter was already there. So I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Am I going to sit down and just sulk in my misery? Am I going to sit down and just be like, okay, what am I supposed to do? No. So I go on Instagram and I start looking for locations. And I came across 2 locations. And so I went to one of the locations. They were closed. And then I actually messaged them on their WhatsApp. And then the second location, I messaged them and I was like, can I come see the location? And they were like, yeah, you could come. And so I went. But the guy, let me tell you, yo, I got to put this on the screen. He may not come when you call, but he's always on time. And I'm telling you, this is like amen to that. So I go to the location, okay, and I'm texting. The guy's like, okay, come at 5 o'clock. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to be there at 5 o'clock. Who can I ask for? He never responds. So I go to the location and the girl in the front was there and I told her what I was there for. And she's like, oh, well, do you know who you were talking to? I was like, I have no idea. And I showed her the chat. So now I'm looking at the location and there was something about the location that my spirit just didn't take it. It wasn't like, okay, I just wasn't feeling it. It wasn't because the location was ugly. It wasn't because the people treated me bad. It wasn't because of anything. It was just something that me and the location, it just wasn't vibing. But I'm saying to myself, damn, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, it's 3 weeks away. I don't have a spot. I might just have to take this, but whatever. So anyway, the guy texts me after I went and messaged, and I seen him because he was in a meeting with somebody else, which is why he couldn't speak to me. The other location that I went to, oh no, wait, yeah. So when he was talking to whoever he was talking to, I went to the other location that I went to earlier that day that happened to be closed. And I said, let me go there and let me try the food and let me just see, what it's about. I had spoken to someone and then they called me, but I went to my son's school. And then when I called him back, he didn't answer because he said he was going in a meeting. And then he just never replied. He never responded back to me. We just never were able to have a conversation. And I said, let me just go to the location and sit down like a regular customer. And I'm going to try the food. I'm going to see how they treat people because customer service for me is super important, especially when I'm dealing with people who are supporting my events and my name is on something, right? So I went. The drinks were really good. The food, though, the food was so bad. The chicken had no taste. Okay. It was disgusting. Okay. And I said to myself, I am not about to use this place. The location was cool. Everything was cool, but the food was horrible. I was like, yeah, this is not going to work. So anyway, I went home feeling defeated that Friday. And then now Saturday comes down. So I text the guy. I'm like, how's your family member? Because I didn't care that I wasn't able to meet with him. My concern was like really just how he's feeling as a person and how his family member or whatever, because I didn't know what was the situation. And I just knew that he was like real panicky. So I'm like, hey, are you okay? Is everything all right? And he was like, yeah, his whole whatever happened. I'm not going to tell the business, but he's like, but everything is okay. It's all cool. I'm like, okay, cool. So he's like, oh, what did you do yesterday? I said, well, I went looking for a location for the event. And then he says to me, oh, what are you doing at 2:00? And I was like, well, I make my own schedule. What's up? He's like, meet me in such and such place at 2:00. I said, okay, cool, no problem. Got dressed, babysitter came, got dressed, took my computer, and I left and I got there early because I said, you know what? I like to bring my computer with me because a lot of times I get so caught up in the store or whatever, I don't get to upload these things on. I'm the one that runs my own website, right? For now. And I upload these things and I'm doing this. I said, okay, I'm gonna bring my computer with me and I'm gonna just do work in the store when I come back. I cannot do any work at home because my daughter, she's like obsessed with me. So if she sees me sitting down trying to get work done, she will either come in my office or she will come wherever I am to sit on me. So me getting work done in my house is a no-go. Sometimes I find myself sitting down in Fridays or Starbucks just trying to get little things done or whatever because I can't do it at home. So I brought my computer with me and I knew I was going to get to the location before 2:00. And I know he said 2. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to rush this man. I don't know what he got going on. So I went into this local restaurant and I asked him for the Wi-Fi. I bought something to eat, ate, sat there and did whatever work I had to do on my computer as far as like the events is concerned and uploading events and sending emails and everything. So at 1:45, I text him and I'm like, hey, I'm here, but I'm just having something to eat. You don't have to rush. And he was like, oh my God, I wish you would have told me that you were here earlier because I was already in this part of town. And I was like, okay, no worries. It's cool. So now we go looking around, and I told him, yeah, I went to this spot already, but I'm not really feeling this one. And then he was like, okay, let me call my friend. I have a friend that, owns several properties here in this area, and he's a really good guy or whatever. And I said, okay, cool, no problem. So we went, he looked for the guy. And when I tell you this guy was the most humble, like for someone who owns so much property, and I'm gonna say I don't know the man's finances, but you can tell that he's well off. He was such a humble, down-to-earth person that you can tell that the things that he do or that he is doing comes from the heart. Okay. And me and the guy, we were talking and I was telling him about what I do on YouTube, and he was interested. Okay. And he was interested in my plans and what my vision is. A lot of people come to Panama because they trying to profit off of whatever the situation is, and they're trying to make money. Okay, I get it. You need money to live. But me personally, I do things because I love it. I have a passion for it. One of the things that I know about business firsthand, when you do things for the love of money, eventually you will run out of money, because if there's no passion behind what you're doing, it becomes a job and it becomes slavery and you'll be unhappy. Okay. So that's just something just to put out there. So anyway, me and the guy were talking or whatever, and I was just explaining to him what I do on YouTube, why I do the things on YouTube, my family, me coming to Panama as a child, visiting Panama as a child, my Afro-Caribbean roots, my culture, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And he's seen that in me, and I've seen that in him. You can see when someone is just being authentic and genuine, because he came out and he said to me, I'm going to help you. And I'm going to help you in whatever way I can. Even if I'm not making any money off of it, I'm going to help you because I see that it's coming from your heart. And when I tell you, I got goosebumps. And I also felt like I wanted to shed a tear. Like I'm really like about to cry right now. But it felt so good to see somebody that actually shares my vision and understood where I was coming from, which way I'm moving, how I'm moving, and why I'm moving the way that I'm moving, right? Especially coming from this last situation with this toxic person that I met for like 5 seconds that doesn't even know me and was just trying just to do too much. It was just like, okay, wow, this is like refreshing. So anyway, to make a long story short, he took me to different locations to look at different locations that he had. And then he introduced me to other people. And then he introduced me to someone else. And that person, so anyway, I say this to say that no matter what is going on in your life, and I'm not saying my life is perfect, because my life is far from perfect. If I sit here and go through all the things that has transpired to me being in Panama, before me moving to Panama, me living in Panama, and still being in Panama, and between my personal life, my online presence, business wise, if I sit here and divulge every single thing to you guys, trust and believe, you'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. But I always say that no matter what you're going through, okay, don't allow other people to change you. Don't let other people's negativity, toxicity, negative thoughts, bad mind, hater mentality, don't let that change you from being the person who you are. I would just say that. So with that being said, Rum and Brunch has a new location. And I hope to see many of you guys at one of my events, my future events. If you are interested in going to karaoke and chill, you can get your tickets online now. If you are interested in Rum and Brunch, you can get your tickets online now as well. And if you're interested in Rum and Brunch weekend and any of the events that's going on during Rum and Brunch weekend, you can log on to my website and you can check out the events that we have thus far. And if anything grabs your attention, or a lot of one of my other followers, what they do is they'll buy tickets, even though they can't attend the event, they will buy tickets and then I will raffle off the tickets to somebody else. Because sometimes, $20 may not be a lot to you, but $20 may be a lot to somebody else. So maybe there's someone that want to attend the event, but they don't have the money. So a lot of you guys, what you do is you purchase the tickets, and then you tell me, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it, but you could give the ticket away to somebody else. So that's what I've been doing a lot. Like a lot of people have been purchasing tickets and texting me or messaging me and saying, hey, you know, we can't make your event, but can you give it to somebody else? So it's a fun way because everyone gets their participate, and they're super grateful for the free ticket. So if you can't support that way and you can't come to any of the events, you can purchase a ticket and I will raffle it off to someone. And those of you who have purchased tickets in the past, you know for a fact I do raffle off the tickets and give them away to people. So let me go into the comments. I feel you. Stay away from them as well. I have had nothing but bad experience with American expats since I moved to Panama. It's shameful the way they act. Damn. Damn, damn, damn. And it's sad because everyone's not the same. I did meet like one or two that are not the same, but a lot of them, they are just just dry my eyes, child. Just dry my eyes. Anyway, let's go. Stay positive. Yes. I'm sorry this happened to you. It's cool. I mean, what don't kill you will only make you stronger. And so again, that's why I kind of have these mix and mingle, these mixers and stuff like that in these events, because it gives you a chance to mix with other people that are not necessarily they're not all expats. Like you meet local people, you meet tourists, you meet visitors, you meet people that are here. It just be really a good time. So yeah, that's how it is, y'all. That's how it is. Anyway, thanks to everyone that is watching on VGirl TV, the people that are watching on the the YouTube on the Facebook page, Caribbean people in Panama, and the person who's watching on Twitch at VGirl TV. Thank you guys so much for watching our live, and I hope that you guys took away something from this. Okay, I know some people might have been like, "Oh, I want to know the tea," but it's not really wasn't tea. It was just, you know, giving you guys my authenticity and things that happened to me. And hopefully you will take things that I've learned or the things that I've gone through, take whatever you need to take out of it and use it to better your own situation. And especially when there are times when you feel alone or when you feel down or when you feel like the world is against you, just remember that, you know, it's okay. It'll be okay. God will provide. God always opens doors. Please remember the word and not generalize, no weapon form. Wait, please remember the word and not generalize. No weapon form against you can proper state last. Absolutely. So again, you guys know my nose is always running every time I go on live, so I have a tissue. So I'm like I said it before. It's not every single expat that is this way. Um, from my experiences, I'm just saying a few, many are this way, but not everyone. Because I'm really good friends with one woman that's an expat, and she's pretty cool. Um, so yeah, we're not gonna generalize and say all the expats are this way because they're not. I met some people that were really cool, but they're just not part of my, immediate circle, but they're still cool as hell. And there's a lot of expats that do support my events. And I've met a couple and they were super cool. Like I met someone from the UK. I met a couple of people from the UK. They were super cool. People from the UK just seem so cool. And it's just, wow. Um, um, so yeah, we're not generalizing. We're not generalizing. I'm just telling you my experience and what I went through. So yeah. What we venting about now? Haha, this is half a girl. You missed the whole hour. You're gonna have to watch it on the replay. But yeah, it's up and up from here. It's up and up. Y'all know I don't these I need you to see these lights, these ring lights. Oh my god, this ring light is so hot. Oh my god. Oh, what? My takeaway: be aware of ex-baddies when I touch down and check my behavior at the door, aka colonizer syndrome. See, y'all see now y'all gonna make it seem like I'm over here bashing expats. I'm not. Takeaway is yes, leave the colonizer behavior at the door, correct. But just not just expats, just people in general. Just people in general, you know? Just people in general. Oh girl, you're gonna have to watch the replay on this one. We support you though, V. I love the movement you're building up. Thank you so much. And then, so one of the things that people always say to me is because, like, when I'm at my events, I dance with everybody. Okay, I dance with everybody. I talk to everybody, and they're like, "Oh my god, like I've never met anyone that dances with people at their event." I'm like, "Child, it's a party, and your girl. I'm trying to enjoy. I'm trying to turn up too. This is my turn up moment. So of course I'm gonna dance with y'all. Of course I'm a vibe with y'all. Hello, people are crazy. God, I love this fan. Oh my goodness, love this fan. All right, know what? All right. So for those of you who want to buy the fan, because I see someone chatting in here, I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna leave the link for the chat. I mean, for the fan in my description box. No, I don't. No, I dance. Anyone who has ever been to any of my events in Panama, they know I dance. No, I do. I dance. You can ask anybody. Ask anyone who has been in. If you have been to any of my events, leave it in the comment section and let me know if what was your experience. I be dancing. I think so. I think it does look weird because I have had several people be like, "Oh my god, like I've never seen anyone who have events dance with the people." I'm like, "Child, why not?" Thank you. I don't know who the Facebook user is, but I do dance. You got the neck fan on your link. I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna put the link in the description box. Don't worry. Oh wait, I think I have the link here. Hold on. Here, that's the link for the fan. That's the link for the fan. Thank you. She does dance. I do dance. I dance with everyone. I talk. Okay. I socialize. I interact. No, I'm not stush at all. I'm far from stush. Far, far, far from stush. Anybody could tell you that. Anybody who's been to any rum and brunch knows that I be dancing. And half the time, I'm the one that start dancing first because people be looking like, damn, what should we do? Put on that drift, and I'm drifting. Where Lorraine at? Lorraine is one of my subscribers, and Lorraine, her baby daddy is now going to be working with me as a photographer. She was one of my she is a subscriber, and she follows me on Instagram. So big up yourself, Lorraine. And me and Lorraine be doing the drift together. So now I sent Lorraine another video, and I told Lorraine that I have to learn that dance so that me and her could vibe out together at the next one. So what my vision is that everybody in the party can learn the drift dance, and then we can make like a video of all of us doing it together, and then we could tag TJ in it, and then TJ could repost it, and then everybody will come to Panama. Wishful thinking. Who is you see? I can't see who the Facebook. You dancing? Yes, I do be dancing. I don't know why people be acting like that. Right. I wish. But every time the song come on, it's only me by myself, and I gotta be like, come dance with me. Somebody dance with me. The only person that wanted to dance with me was Lorraine. That's it. And I had to tell her, don't embarrass me because Lorraine is a real dancer. Lorraine is from Jamaica, and Lorraine is a dancer. She's a dancer. So I'll be telling her, don't embarrass me. Okay? If you're going to do the drift, don't be doing all this spectacle and all that. Let's keep it basic. Exactly. Word up. All right. So listen, guys. On September 6th, right? On September 6th, I know some people are looking, they're on the page, the Caribbean and Panama page, right? If you know how to do the drift, can y'all practice the drift? And then on September 3rd, did I say September 6th? On September 3rd at the Rum and Brunch, we could all do, like, I need a group of people so that we could drift together. Like, I need a group so that we could drift, right? And then we can record it and we can put it on TikTok and then we could go viral. And then everyone's going to be like, oh my God, they in Panama drifting. Can we do that, please? Where Lorraine at? Lorraine probably working. Yeah, she works. She gets off work at 6. I'm so serious. I'm always drifting. I was practicing drifting for a whole 2 months prior to the first event. So now I'm like an expert at drifting. Anyway, y'all, so follow Caribbean People in Panama by VGirlTV on Facebook. We have a whole group of Caribbean people that are living in Panama, that just love the Caribbean vibes in that group. There's some people from Caribbean People in Panama right now watching. So join the group. Don't be stush. Do not be stush because we don't like stush people. Dancing like a hurricane. Oh, wait until karaoke though. I'm gonna be singing my heart out during karaoke, and I don't care if only 2 people show up to karaoke. I am going to sing like it's nobody's business at karaoke. Hello, hello. Anyway, oh my God, y'all. What time is it? No, karaoke is the 17th. Father's Day is in June. Karaoke is the 17th of this month, like Thursday. Karaoke is on Thursday. All right, guys, it's been 1 hour of me rambling and chit chatting. So I have to go, and many of y'all have to go back to work because you on your lunch break. So I just want to tell you guys, don't forget to join the mailing list. If you join the mailing list, I send you a free travel guide. Follow Rum and Brunch PTY. Follow me on Instagram at I am underscore V Monroe. Follow VGirl underscore TV. I got everyone following. Okay. Yes, you have to follow. And yeah, so that is it. I hope to see you either at karaoke or I hope to see you at Rum and Brunch or the Rum and Brunch weekend. I hope to see you at any of these events. And thank you guys for always tuning in to my shenanigans. Okay. I am glad that I could be your Pastor V for today, your pastor today. You know, the word of God always comes through in whichever way. The message from God is always revealed, no matter how it's revealed. Just take the message. Okay. And so yeah, guys, thank you. I have to be out. I am going to be running around doing some more stuff for Rum and Brunch. And thank you guys for always tuning into my videos. And as always, peace and love.